Yes, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our live podcast of the Garage. Tonight, we have a special guest in the house, Mr. Khalees, Mr. Angel Khalees,
Prime Minister Khalees.
uh, Justin,
How you doing?
myself, Michael. All right, so tonight's topic of discussion is what makes a man a high value man?
Yeah.
What makes a man a high value man, like somebody prestigious, like
Mm.
Okay, so a high value man is typically considered someone who possesses a combination of qualities like strong personal integrity, financial stability, emotional intelligence, ambition, leadership skills, a clear sense of purpose, good physical health, and positive attitude, making him attractive and valuable in a relationship and social settings. Mr. Khalees, our special guest, right? Do you consider yourself a high value man?
absolutely. I hope we all consider ourselves.
No, I consider you a high value man, you know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Mr. Khalees.
Prime Minister Khalees. Make sure you stay close to the mic.
Yeah, Justin.
Yes.
So what makes a man a high value man?
Actually, that definition that you just said, that's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like, seriously speaking,
Right.
that's very accurate.
Pretty spot on.
You know,
Pretty
that was
general.
very spot on. You know, financial stability, leadership qualities, knows how to get along with other people in a social setting. That's definitely a high value man.
So they said what 90% of if not 100%, 90% of females desire a high value man, but there is only 1% of high value man.
Basically, yeah, that's what it breaks down to. I think what they always said was always the saying, 80% of the females are gonna want the top 20% of the men. So basically, you have 4 women competing for 1 man.
So someone like Mr. Khalees, who I consider a high value man, he should have like 5.
Yeah, Prime Minister, come on, Prime Minister Khalees got like 1 in every state, couple in every continent. You know, it's Prime Minister Khalees.
Nah, I mean, it's nice breakdown, like you said. I appreciate it. I don't want to contradict myself here because if you talk about a high value man, at some point, we got to make sure that we address like honesty and integrity, like
Of
personal
course.
qualities and stuff. You understand me?
Yeah.
So I feel like that high quality to me is on whatever's somebody. It could be very subjective. It's like somebody could consider me high quality. Somebody else probably wouldn't even look at me. You understand me?
Yeah.
So I believe that if you're talking about high quality, it's all about being appreciated, but most importantly, feeling appreciated ourselves, like within. Like you can't be a high value person if you're not a confident individual. You understand?
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
I
facts.
agree.
That's facts.
So we have to also know our worth. Also hold on to our worth, like not letting ourselves down. You know what I mean? Making sure that
Yeah.
aesthetics are up to par and all that. Somebody could see us and give us respect on the street the same way. We got to carry ourselves that way.
So how does it work though when what you say 80%? I say
Yeah.
90% of females are looking
Yeah.
for a high value man, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I think 100% of all females are looking for a high value man.
Right.
You know, but you also have to remember, you know, not to sound like a misogynist, but you know, majority of females are delusional. But yeah, that's usually what it is.
Expound on
100% of them. Huh?
Explain on that.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, like, as far as their expectations, like we've all heard it
Right.
millions of times.
They say they
You know,
need
the
a
triple sixes, 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet tall.
6
I don't have a
inches,
6-pack. I make almost 6 figures, and I'm 1 inch below 6 feet.
6 inches.
Oh yeah, not 69. No, it is. No, I'm sorry. It's the 666 plus 12. They want a 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet tall, and 12 inches below your waist. I'm like, oh, you trying to be bought out?
That's a lot. He just said, I don't want to sound misogynistic. He just started hammering.
No, but if you think of it, like listen to listen, us as men, we're all pretty active on social media. We see and hear what they actually say. It's funny, they talk all this nonsense about how we objectify them. All they're doing is objectifying us.
Yeah,
they criticize us. If we criticize them, all of a sudden we're the supervillain. Yeah. Well, all we're doing is stating our preference the same way they're stating their preference.
Right, but I feel like if we are high value individuals too, like we don't want to settle and we don't want to be defined too much outside of ourselves. We know ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't want to lower our criteria and say, you know what, I'm gonna lower myself. Like we have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Like we have to be like real solid individuals. Like the same angel that should be the same angel Mikey knows. The same angel my lady knows. Like somebody honorable, somebody reputable.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like high value is just pretty much keeping up with the times. Because we could be high value today, we up to par with the status quo and not be high value tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
right
now, if say you have like a high level gadget that's pretty much trending right now, and say what 2-3 months from now, that's not the it thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but you good in your craft. You a tech guy.
Yeah.
You should also be able to know those things, like awareness. I feel builds high value. Like we are supposed to stay abreast of what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Because a high value individual is gonna have a real broad perspective of things. They're gonna know like what's likely to yield like great outcome or whatever when it comes to say our savviness for example. Like
talk a little more.
Yeah, we are supposed to know, like if you buy stocks,
Mm-hmm.
you understand?
You could hold the mic.
Yeah, you can hold the mic if you want. You just want to make sure you hear it clearly.
Right. If you buy stocks, like you got to keep up with the time. So I feel like intellect also plays a key role in trying to.
Yeah, it's a combination of things.
Yeah.
So you were saying that females are delusional.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm saying that to be, because obviously I'm a jackass.
No,
but
so.
Well, what I mean when like I said the majority.
Right.
And
because
it's
everyone wants a high value down.
Of course.
Man.
I'm like, who doesn't want a high value woman? But, you know what I'm saying? But even though men don't really think like that because, we'll create a high value woman.
Yeah.
You understand? But as far as, remember, women are hypergamous by nature.
What does that mean?
So hypergamous means that they're always going to date up. Mm-hmm. So hypergamy, they practice, they're hypergamous by nature. Mm-hmm. They're always going to want the alpha. They're always going to want the best of the best. They're always going to want the creme de la creme.
Right.
It's very seldom that you're going to find a woman that's going to want somebody that nobody wants.
Do we fault them for that, though?
No. I mean, like I said, they're hypergamous by nature. Right. I'm like, when I say, delusional, I'm just saying that obviously to be somewhat aggravating, but then it's not that far-fetched because when you have, like, obviously, I converse with a lot of females, talk to a lot of women. Mm-hmm. I'm like, even if it's just a lot of banter back and forth, women get along with me. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not fresh. I'm not one of them touchy-feely guys. But, I run my mouth.
That makes you high value.
Huh?
That makes you high value.
I'm high value because I say I'm high value. I'm high value because I'm saying everybody knows me. I light up a room. That right there. I'm high value. You understand?
Yeah.
But as far as them saying, like I said, they're hypergamous by nature. They're always gonna want the top 5% of men.
So why not go for an average guy though? Like, what's wrong with an average guy?
I mean, to be honest, that's a $64,000 question. You got to ask them that. Why? But like I said, the reason why they don't is because they're hypergamous by nature. They want the leader. They want the alpha. They want the leader of the pack. Or should I say the sigma? Not really, because I'm learning the alpha's not necessarily who you expect it to be. So basically what they want the sigma. The man that marches to the beat of his own drum. The man that every dude wants to be like. And every girl and every woman wants to lay down with.
The man that I don't even know if that man exists.
Mr. Khalees.
Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Khalees
Prime
is
Minister
that man.
Khalees,
So
exactly. Prime
that's-
Minister Khalees.
That's the reason why I'm asking you, right? So I consider you a high value man, right? So most female are chasing after a high value man.
Yeah.
But you're monogamous.
100%.
Right. How does that work for you though? Because women are throwing themselves at you like daily.
I mean, I feel like to have like a great, strong, solid woman. I don't even want to use the word woman right now. Like to have a good, solid partner, like in your
Good choice of words. Good choice of words.
Somebody you could appreciate. Somebody you feel that's worth all your effort, man, all your developments. You know, somebody who understands you. Once you have that, then you feel like you have a peace of mind, and once you got that peace of mind, you feel very settled, and you feel like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Continue what you were saying.
Yeah, you know, pretty much. Thank you. I feel like, you know, if
Yeah,
we
stick
feel-
a pin.
if we
One
feel-
moment,
if we feel
please.
Appreciated.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, our next special guest, Mr. McDonald from Faceview. I'll turn on mic.
Make sure it's turned on.
You know, he's joining us tonight. Mr. Khalees, the president of Belize.
Yes, Prime Minister Khalees. That's
Prime
my
Minister.
How you doing, Justin? Nice to meet you there, sir.
I'm a little body. You got a straight face saying that right now, right?
Welcome, man. Respect,
Justin over
respect.
here.
Yeah, Mike,
Running with
Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah, father room. Right.
Yeah,
So
mic close to you.
the topic of discussion is what makes a man a high value man. Right. So you were saying Angel.
So continue what you were saying, sir.
I feel it's pretty much just a payback from what you're saying. You know what makes a man.
Yeah, like women throw themselves at you like all the time. How does that work? How do you manage that? How do you stay monogamous?
What do you say? I think religiously we are monogamous. You understand me? I feel like we don't want to drag our names. Like if we have nothing else, we have a character. We got our reputation. You know, we have to honor that.
You said religious. We're monogamous.
Right.
Monogamous.
100%.
Why? Why you?
I don't practice polygamy.
I mean, what King David didn't practice monogamy. He practiced polygamy. King Solomon practiced polygamy.
He probably was born into that, so it's easy for him to live that.
Yeah.
Like if you're born into something, it's easy for you to maintain that. I wasn't conditioned like that.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Maybe if you were born in like Africa, somewhere in like in Nigeria or so. Ghana.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
I understand.
And I also have children. You know, I mean, I strongly believe that children are gonna
Practice what they.
really practice more of what I do rather than what I say.
So do you agree with him, Jerome? Jerry?
When you kind of cleared up when you said you were raised to, culturally believe that monogamy is a thing.
Mhm.
But as far as religious, I mean, you have different religious groups that practice different things. Because like I have friends who are Muslim who believe that they should have multiple wives.
Mhm.
So religiously, it. But I agree with you that monogamous is
Right.
is
So it's more so his upbringing, how I was raised, things like that,
Me too,
values. Yeah.
I personally believe though that every man should be able to have two women. You know, like a wife and a side chick.
I agree.
You know,
I agree, sir.
personally, at the core of who I am, I think.
Nah, clap with it.
But however, I understand that it might hurt others.
Right.
You know, because I'm married, you know, and I'm not doing that because I can't.
So what if
I could, I would.
what if you
Yes,
if
to
you
the
got-
ladies listening, these are just opinions. These none of these is facts. These are just opinions.
Yeah, it's just,
We're speaking. We're speaking in a very hypothetical sense.
yes,
Right, 100%.
so what if you got permission from your wife to
to do it.
to have a sister wife?
That would be the best gift ever, in a kind of way. I would say thank you.
I
Just
disagree.
Right.
It's a trap.
Why you say that?
It's a trap
No,
because
but-
it's a trap.
But
To
what if
me,
it's not though?
huh?
What if it's not?
Then it's a form of control.
It's a form of
Why?
control. What do you say?
Explain.
Because what it is basically, okay, so to me, I feel it's a form of control because my whole thing is that why are you allowing me to have another woman? Why are you allowing me to conquer another woman? Because you want to control the situation.
I mean, you have people that are in polygamous relationship and it works very well for them.
Yeah, it does, but what
For example,
what exactly is the driving force of that? Whose idea was that?
Financially, right?
Okay.
That's three sources of income. If
Is
it's
it?
three of you? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but what if it's a traditional man to where he's the only one that's generating income and then the other two women are just basically keeping the
I mean,
household?
it's whatever you
That's-
guys agree on, you know.
Yeah.
It's whatever you agree on. 'Cause you'd have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
whatever you,
I think it would be better, you know, if it's full disclosure with that,
Yeah.
because you're not living a double life. You
I agree with you.
agree.
I kind of like the double life. I'm King Tox, baby.
Oh, right. I hope I'll leave here tonight feeling like that's a prideful thing.
So this is the thing. And,
Okay.
What's your name again?
Angel.
Angel. So if you look at how we were created, you know, based on intrinsically, we are domesticated in a kind of way, which is why we're cultured into one wife. But if you look at how nature designed us, it's not that way. It's a culture that causes us to want to
Right.
just say I'm one wife. But as far as nature, you know, we were made to roam. And, you know, if you look in the animal kingdom, you know, there's no one of any animal that is paired up and that's it.
Right.
So, which is why someone asked me the question years ago, why do men cheat? And I answered the question by saying, that's not the question. The question should be, why don't men cheat?
That's good. I like that.
Because it's easier for a man to cheat than to not cheat. So the question is, why don't they cheat? Because any man that don't cheat is a man that have a lot of discipline, who have curbed his nature.
That's Mr.
That's
Khalees
a great
right there.
point. That's
You know.
great. I hope that's all of us.
A man who has curbed his nature, and a man who find it deep down himself to be dedicated to, you know, and that's not easy. So it's easier to let loose and do whatever you want, and it's harder to not. So the
Right.
question should be, why not?
That's good. It's a great question. I feel like because we have too much at stake, like it's too much riding on our integrity.
Yeah.
There's too much riding on our honesty. You know, that whole hiding stuff and all that, it could dismantle and just damage, break apart a whole family. It could break apart everything we work for. So you start valuing what you have, and once we understand what we have, I think it's easier. You know what I mean? And also, you talk about being intrinsic. I think intrinsic motivation is a very key factor. You know, we have to have it within us to say, you know what? I'm just
Angel,
chill. I appreciate
you ain't talking to the mic.
Talk right into the mic.
Please.
Right there. There.
Thank you.
There we go.
You know,
You
like,
could hold it if you want.
Yeah.
right, like we can't allow ourselves to be influenced too much. You talking earlier about what makes a man a high value man. I feel like you said, discipline. And I feel like that's a quality that's a lot of times being undermined. But somebody with discipline, be like, I could bank on that person. I could depend on them. Like women want to be able to depend on her partner. I wouldn't even say
Well, yeah, they want security.
right, 100%.
Yeah, of
Case
course.
in point right there.
Yeah.
That makes
In
sense.
what sense, though?
If you about your word, you telling your lady you're gonna do something, you follow through with it, she could trust you, then makes you a high value man. If you go outside with her and she know that you her protector, it makes you a high value man.
Yeah, she feels safe.
Correct.
She's in a safe space.
100%.
So Justin,
Yeah.
right? So if your spouse or significant other gave you the permission to have
No, I'm not
Another-
doing it. I'm good.
why not?
I'm not, because it's a trap.
No, but what if it's not a trap though?
Even when it's not a trap, it's a trap. You gotta remember, I'm a highly paranoid person. I know. Usually I'm objective, but when it comes to this, I gotta be subjective.
I can't see how you think it's a trap.
Trap.
No, I mean,
Well, it's not. You know what is it? What? Because you know what is? It's so far from the norm to me. Like for a woman to tell me, you gotta remember, I'm used to dealing with females. They're crazy. They're possessive. You know, not all of them. I'm not saying that. You know, but you know, they get possessive. They're not, you know, kind of violent. But when they tell me something like that, it
What
kind of
kind
throws me
females
off.
are you dealing with, man?
I feel like I just said.
Sound like an abusive relationship.
Huh?
Right.
I told you,
So-
what do you think? I'm joking around when I say I'm King Tox? I'm King Tox for real.
because you do have a lot of females that will allow you to have another, and it's genuine. It's not a trap.
But what? Yeah. Okay. But what? Okay. But what's the agenda behind that? You know, I'm a person that my
probably
brain
your,
runs.
Probably
my
your
brain
happiness.
runs.
Probably
my-
your happiness.
See, I'm not that. I'm not
Alright,
not that
so-
optimistic.
So all right, let me give you a few examples, right?
Mhm.
So in a polygamous relationship, right?
Okay.
I mean, in your case, you would prefer two female, right, versus an ex man being a part of the relationship.
Yeah, I don't want no man being. I'm saying if
Alright,
it's
so-
nah,
so if
I'm
it's
not.
the
I'm not
next-
sharing. I
if
don't
it's-
share.
If it's the next woman, you'll be okay with it. If she introduce it
Mhm.
to the relationship.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like it.
All right,
it-
let's
it
say
wouldn't-
you say yes, right?
Okay.
Okay, that's and all three of you are employed.
Okay.
That's three income, right?
Okay.
All right. So financially, the burden is easier.
Oh yeah, because that's one third the burden.
Right. So-
I
so
mean,
we're-
that's 2/3 the burden actually. If everybody's pulling their own weight,
So we're
you can definitely do something with that. That's very productive.
It's coming to you now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I
Started sounding enticing.
want to say something to that, Michael, right? Because I think it's a fine line between. Because I would never do that. Like I would never want to have an additional female to be a part of the household. If I'm gonna have a side chick, is what they call it, it has to be a whole different thing.
And that's exactly what she is, a side.
It has to be a whole, like, live a separate place. It has to be how it is. Like, it has to be like that. Like,
Far.
yeah, it can't be. You can, because
No, you have to be active. You have to be active within the relationship.
Mhm.
If I was supposed to be in a relationship like that, you'd have to be active in the relationship. You'd have to be active with where the kids are concerned, the domestic work,
I wouldn't do that.
finance, everything. You have to be active because there's more to a relationship than just sex, you know.
Of course.
So I'm saying, because sex doesn't keep my relationship.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't
It-
really.
it's
That's
way
very
more
little,
than
very
sex,
small.
right.
Yeah.
So it can be okay. I want to have sexual intercourse with two females.
Then if sex is
and
not
that's
the thing, then why didn't you get like a cousin or a niece or your sister to be up
to be a part of
to
it.
live
That's
in the
just weird.
household?
No,
That's awkward. Nah, man.
Oh no, because
I
if you have a
think it-
sister or a cousin, they could live in the house and help take care of the kids and
Right,
everything.
but I think you still want to share affection though.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm like, there's still intimacy without sex. You know what I mean? That's one thing I believe in. Even though I talk a lot of toxic nonsense, there actually is intimacy without sex.
Right.
Okay.
So
Sometimes the greatest
I
intimacy-
wouldn't want it to be separate. I would want it to be.
Mike sound like he about to see selling a product right now. So I'm like a marketer right now. Like, okay, he's like dangling it.
No, I get you, Mike.
Yeah, because you know,
I
someone may wake up tomorrow morning, you don't feel well. You know, the next person could prepare a meal, breakfast, you know, take care of the kids, whatever, household chores and stuff like that. Not just be there just for your pretty looks and sex.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
you
just
mean
like-
actually.
What's his name? Kevin Samuel, right? He said it's more than what these girls think they are. They're really not, in terms of, and he would rate them between what, 1 and 10.
1 in 10, yeah.
And I asked them, between 1 and 10, rate yourself, and they'll say, oh, I'm a 9, and he's like, no, you're a 2,
Yeah.
right? So when you introduce, when you engage in a relationship with someone, it should be more than how they look and sex.
Yeah.
Have to be more. A woman would say, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in those words though, but it have to be more coming to the relationship.
Of course. I mean, you got to see where their
that's
mind is at. You're seeing what kind of mindset they have, whether or not they're emotionally stable. You know, those always come into play. You don't want to get stabbed in the middle of the night while you're sleeping.
Whether or not they're emotionally stable. That's some heavy
So
stuff.
Jerry, you consider yourself a high value man,
1,000%.
right? So as Justin was saying before you came, right? He was stating that females are 100%. He said, I say 90%, because I would say 10% don't mind an average guy like myself,
Yeah.
but 90% of females are seeking a high value man, right?
Yeah, the top 5%, I would say. Top 5, top 10%.
Let me say this real quick, because I'm high value by virtue of my confidence. It's not necessarily
Mr. Kali said the same thing.
That's good.
It's not, because if a female thinks I'm high valued because I have 3 houses and I drive a Maserati, you're not the kind of female I want.
Yeah, because she's looking at you from a material
Right?
aspect.
If you think that's what makes me high valued,
Yeah.
nah, you know, high value has to be with ambition, discipline,
Right.
confidence. It's things that are, it's integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily material possession, because you could lose that in 1 minute.
Right, the intangible things.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
Yeah.
So high value for me is not necessarily. I mean, economically it's good that you have properties,
right.
Yeah.
because we need to, but if we look at it in the deeper sense, I think material things is really.
But it does matter. It does matter to be able to have those things, because it actually shows the type of person you are. It shows
Yeah.
your drive.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, Justin.
Yes.
So who do you consider a high value woman?
A high value woman?
Yeah.
Candace Owens.
Why?
Her mindset. I mean, obviously she's an attractive lady. She's not ugly physically. But as far as like the kind of research that she does, like she's a constant gardener. Like when she's like a dog with a bone, when she's like digging into information, researching information, things like that.
I got one.
When she speaks, when she speaks on certain subjects that she's passionate about, she has a lot of candor. You know, she's a very smart lady and very factual. Like it's almost like, okay,
So you're attracted to intelligence.
oh, big time. I'm like, don't get me wrong. You gotta be attractive. Like you have to be physically attractive. You don't necessarily gotta be a dime.
And that's what I'm
But
saying.
the intelligence is definitely what's gonna keep me.
There's
That's
more
gonna
to
keep
a
me intrigued.
relationship than just sex.
Of course, that's
So-
just that's the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Just the sex.
separate Candice Owen from her situation, right?
All right.
Husband and kids, and your significant other is trying to introduce Candice Owen to be a part of the relationship, to engage in a polygamous relationship, would you?
I might consider it then. Because what it is, my lady's a very smart lady. Like me and her, we can sit there and converse politics,
debate
social
and all of that?
commentary.
So you would like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. That might tickle my fancy, but then I'd still be kind of, I know my lady's kind of possessive, so I'll still be kind of leery, but that's just me being, that's just me being paranoid.
I get it. You can't say certain things on camera because you don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. I
Doesn't-
get in trouble
it
all day.
doesn't
I'm always
sound
in trouble.
It doesn't sound like that.
Nah, I get in trouble all day. It don't matter.
But
But I think I would still, I don't know, something like that. When you put it that way, it would intrigue me. But like I said, it just wouldn't. It's not. It's not something that I've never been. Because then also what I also have to bring into tact, what I have to bring into is that I'm a horrible multitasker. I can't multitask. So basically, I got to please two women.
You said that's too much limbs.
Yeah,
for you.
that's too many limbs for me, bro. That's too much to think about.
Mr. Kali.
Nah, I feel like it's one of the question. I feel like you asking me about what makes a high value woman, or
Yeah. Who do you consider a high value woman?
my fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, anyone else separate and apart from your fiance.
I feel like the women we interact with all the time, the managers, the supervisors, the women that could understand. They know what we're going through. Like, you don't have to talk for somebody to understand what you're saying. Somebody with emotional intelligence, like you were saying, right? It makes sense.
Definitely.
Someone who's empathetic.
Definitely.
She's not going
100%.
She's not going to see a reaction and not react to it. You might be going through something. She's supposed to read that.
So I'm speaking in the sense of someone who you would add to your relationship. Like, if you're supposed to be in a one of those relationships.
I wouldn't add anybody in my relationship.
No.
I feel like that
Jerry?
would water down my relationship.
Ah.
How about
like
you,
that.
man?
Yeah.
My wife.
Right.
Am I the only one that mentioned somebody that's not my significant other?
No.
I told you I don't care about getting any trouble. She watches it. She watched it the other day.
No. I'm gonna add to that. But I think there are a lot of you want an example of somebody specific?
Yeah, like
okay.
Beyonce,
Oh,
Lori Harvey.
let me think of high value. So there are a number of females that I know in Jamaica. I mean, but you're not Jamaican, so I'm gonna try to find somebody in America.
Yeah.
In America, I think Tisha Bailey, is high valued.
I am Jamaican. What are you talking
We
about?
talked about her today.
I'm from Tivoli Gardens.
You've never been, man. You've never been.
Whoa.
Tisha Bailey, I think, and I also think, what's her name? Denzel Washington's wife. I forgot her name. Is high valued. There are a number of people that are there. I can't pick any of those artist type because I'm not a big of a fan, like that. But there are a number of people that I probably Oprah.
100%.
So you would add Oprah to your relationship?
She's kind of old.
Yeah.
She's kind of old.
Or old people need loving too.
She's kind of old, but if she was probably 10 years younger, yes. Yeah.
No, but what would you want from the relationship though?
I mean, there has to be sex. I'm a big advocate of that thing.
100%.
And
Agree.
emotional support.
Yeah.
Emotional support.
But you want it to be separate. You don't want it to be in one place.
Right. No, I don't want it to be in one place because it's gonna cause chaos. Even if they agree to it, I think it has a way to. Yeah, I prefer to have the other person live on their own.
I feel like we have never really seen a functional polygamous relationship, and that's why we speak this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here. I've never have.
I've never seen. I mean,
Only time I seen a functional polygamous relationship was on that TV show Big Love with Bill Paxton. That's the only time I seen a functional polygamous relationship.
Do you consider Neo, the artist?
Don't he got like 4 girlfriends?
3.
Oh, it's 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money
Do you
being spent.
consider that guy a high valued man?
I mean, okay, I might, like you got 3 women, but what it is, what's his situation? Is he paying for all 3 of those women? Are they seeing other men? Like, what's going on there?
right.
I don't think they're seeing it.
I mean, are they taking turn shaving his bullet-shaped head? Like, I need to know these details.
I think that's what it is. As I said, it works for some people and it won't work for others. But once people can agree, and it's beyond just sex. I mean, sex is a big part of it too.
Yeah, but it's not the only thing.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like somebody who has like a high value quality is going to be somebody who could inspire others. You could be like that person right there that made it through the rough. Like, I could look at them and say, what I mean? I could do that. Like, you motivate, inspire, influence positively. And I feel like those things are what continues, like, generation.
Most high value man, right? Like what's his name? Bill Gates.
Okay.
Is considered, he's a high valued man.
Is he? I'm like, he's a billionaire.
He cheats on his wife.
Who, Melinda? I thought they got divorced. He probably, who knows? But I'm saying, he's a billionaire. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a high value man. Kind of,
right.
Granted the things we hear about this man.
So it's normal for us to desire. I don't know about I don't know about Angel, but it's normal for us to desire other female. I think it's a natural thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's all relative too, though, compared to the environment we're in and who we're around.
Yeah.
We become high value whenever our success exceeds the people or things around us.
Mm-hmm.
If you accomplish to a certain extent, they're gonna start looking at the person next to you. Cause I'm from Belize, you understand, and they have timelines for stuff. It'd be like, I've been here for a long time and they haven't made but so much progress. So now women start looking at the person
who's progressive,
right,
like yourself.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm around people that surpass me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Immeasurable amounts.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to be monogamous if you're high valued.
No, because you got the pick of the litter. You're the cream of the crop.
Right.
You do what you want.
But it means that we have to know ourselves
and still be disciplined.
Right. We have to know ourselves.
Yeah.
You understand? We have to know.
Yeah, you don't want to wild out and thinking life is just a big
like
freaknik.
Manipulable person, like, you know what I mean? You change today, change tomorrow. No.
Yeah.
I'm monogamous and I want to stick to it. Like, that's how we gotta be.
As I said before, there's nothing wrong with being monogamous. So what Jerry mentioned was he would prefer to have it separated, right?
Right.
And I say it should be together because it's more beneficial to the family.
Yeah.
Right?
You see, you're looking at it as a family thing for everybody.
Right.
For me, it's about a thrill. Like, for me, yeah, because my kids don't need 2 moms. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's a thrill. It's not.
So what's wrong with 2 moms?
I mean,
When he says that, it makes sense because mothers nurture. You don't want 2 different
I'm
women.
Jamaican, and I don't see where.
So what am I?
No, but I don't see where having 2 Jamaican women who were raised a particular way, like every day, they're gonna think about it because they're gonna have their moms and grandparents talking to them like, "Why are you living with a guy? Why are you?" So they're cultured differently. So even if they do it, they're gonna keep thinking about it.
What if that's not
every
the
day.
case, though? What if that's not the case?
If that's not the case, then I think society is gonna put that pressure on them. Like as far as
I disagree.
Society.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I feel
Jerry's pretty insightful. He makes a lot of sense.
Family,
He's like,
I think we're a little too traditional. So family are gonna intervene.
yeah,
at
if
some point.
somebody's gonna intervene and then it's gonna plant a seed in their minds. So I can't
They're just gonna point
I
out the
can't
obvious.
formalize it that
Listen,
much.
if
now you have two yardie women chop your neck.
so,
Yeah.
where I'm from, right? Where I'm from, I'm Jamaican, right? So where I'm from, most Jamaican men have multiple females, right? But it's like a sneaky link
right.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's creeping.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
But why do that though? Why not just have a Cause you never know, you know. Why not just have a conversation with whoever you're interested in or are attracted to, and see? Cause you never know.
That's playing with
No,
fire.
you're saying it's not
That's
gonna
playing
work.
with fire.
Could you risk the potential of damaging your relationship?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
lady
yeah.
already look at you and say she's the only person that you want. So the minute you start ordering that out your mouth, it's like you know you're thinking about somebody.
You say
else.
she looks at you that way.
Yeah, as the one person for her, like her soulmate,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're her soulmate, then you should be solely for her, not necessarily.
I feel like anyone
be
you talk to, you feel like that's your soulmate. Your first girlfriend, you didn't feel like that was your soulmate.
Hey Mike,
I don't recall that far back.
I want to say something real quick. I want to add this real quick, right? So if you have both females at your house living together, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna be both your wives, right? Right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So a part of the reason for my concept is to have one that don't think like the wife. Wife will kind of get you bored if it's that kind of way. And I'm not saying that's always the case, but
They said the wife will get you bored.
because if you think about it, right, from what I heard, when a man have a girl on the side, there's a thrill with that girl. Like there's a thrill.
She's
You know
doing
what I'm saying?
things. She's
Right.
doing things that your wife is not.
She's doing things that your wife is not
you
going to
understand?
do.
My wife kisses my kids with that mouth.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I heard. Now
You know what I mean?
So, so
I know exactly what you mean.
So you gotta have one that is
So I've heard.
thinking on a different level. You know what I'm trying
Do
to
you
say?
kiss your kids with that mouth?
Huh?
Do you kiss your kids with that mouth?
What you mean? I'm daddy. I'm saying you got to peck on the cheek. Keep moving.
No. So I think it takes more out of you just being all over the place. That's what I think.
It does.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
Which is why I don't do it. We're just talking. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. We're just having a conversation.
You know
This
what
is
I'm
all
saying?
We're not
hypothetical,
saying-
ladies.
but-
This is all hypothetical.
But it comes back to being disciplined and being focused. You know, we want to be centered.
It doesn't mean you're not disciplined and you're not. I feel like if you have to spread yourself that wide and far, you cannot be focused. But if everyone is, centered, you're more focused. Because as I said, it's more to the relationship than, and we want a polygamous couple to come on the show. Yeah, to tell us
That'd be
what
interesting.
it's really like.
You know what's funny? I read somewhere that monogamy, it's actually a European construct.
Is it?
None of us are European. That's not necessarily in our nature. So polygamy is actually in our nature. It's just that since we were for God knows how long, being under, a European social construct or something like that, that's more so a European social construct. It's not necessarily, to be polygamous would be something of our backgrounds, of our nature, even going back to, like we were talking about, going back to Africa. that's something
That's a real
and that's
perspective right there.
yeah, and that societal norm. And to be honest, I'm like, even though, like I said, even though I look like one of the clear people, I'm also identify.
Yeah, it's not. It's
with
not
the
all
other side.
African people are polygamous.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying as far as that from that culture,
Yeah.
because monogamy, and I remember reading this, and it's no nonsense that monogamy is actually a European social construct.
So you're
That's
trying to
something-
say Angel is European?
No, not at all. What it is, to be honest, I prefer to be monogamous. I prefer to be monogamous because it's less headache. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I deal with crazy women. They're violent. And I like it like that. But still, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
King Tox, baby.
I'm King Tox, baby.
If you
I'm
like,
a tóxico.
if you like it like that, right?
Yeah, I like it like
you-
that. Exactly. Hot-blooded. Yeah, exactly. Hot-blooded.
If you like it like that, why not double up?
That's playing with fire, Mike. That's playing with fire. You know
But
that.
you say you like it.
Yeah,
Like,
I do, but
I don't
times
like
two.
all of that.
Not to that extreme.
Yeah, but not to that extreme. I might get killed. I might get unalived. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest,
But
it's more so I'd rather like going extrapolating what Jerry was saying. I'd rather just have a chick and a side chick. Not that I'm doing that. This is all hypothetical. But I'd rather have a chick and a side chick because that's the thrill. Like that's the thrill of it. Like, there's things that you could do with your side piece you can't do with your wifey, or maybe you did with your wifey when it first.
How do you know that though?
Huh?
How do you know that?
I mean, just from experience.
So what I've heard.
See, in a
right?
subject like this, it's hard for me to be objective. I can't. I can only speak it on my own personal experience.
What I've heard is that most female are not pleased. Like a.
Nah, nothing satisfies them. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Say again.
Nothing satisfies them. Nothing.
That's overgeneralization.
No, it's not.
Like,
No, it's not. It's not.
Explain.
Huh?
Explain.
You guys never heard the story about the husband? You never heard the story about the husband store?
No.
Okay, the husband store. The women going to the husband store, right? So on the first floor, you got a man. He's a good man.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard it.
Has a good job,
Yeah.
right?
She gets the chance to go to
You know
the
what I'm
second
saying? But-
floor to save the.
Second floor. Now has a good job. He's all right looking. He ain't all that. Maybe like a 5 on a woman's scale.
Decent.
Makes mid 5 figures. Hardworking man. Good dude.
That's me.
What's mid
Huh?
5 figures?
Mid 5 figures is 60, 70,000, somewhere around there, right?
Okay.
Regular. That's minimum wage now. I mean, McDonald's worker, but he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mess around.
It is relative because you talk about the general population.
Mm-hmm.
Like New Yorkers, the average person going to make about 35, 40.
Let's put it this way: in New York, you make 250,000, you still broke. You still broke.
So these days you
I
come to
agree with
somebody,
you.
you're telling me you're making
100%.
$50,000 a year. They think you a big deal.
The point he was
Yeah.
the point he was trying to make though wasn't even that.
Yeah.
It was that the female keep going up.
Yeah. finish
Exactly.
it. No,
so they
I-
keep
I-
going up.
finish
So
it.
that's the
Explain
first
to
floor,
him.
right? So then on the second floor, now on this floor, you got a man with a white collar
First
job.
floor is mean. Second floor is just.
Yeah, white collar job. No, I'm in the basement, bro. I'm not even I'm in the basement. I'm not going to tell you. But white collar job, 750 credit score, got a summer house in in the Hamptons. You know what I'm saying? Not all that in the bedroom. Okay. Third floor. Now you got a guy. He's a CEO of a company.
Jerry.
Got a boat.
Yeah.
Got 2 mansions. You know what I'm saying? No kids. 800 credit score. But he's kind of verbally abusive. Fourth floor.
Mr. Khalees.
Got the man, Prime Minister of Belize.
Why is Mike personalizing
Huh?
this story right now?
No, I'm just saying. I'm giving you a Prime Minister of Belize. Has dual citizenship in Belize and the United States.
Hypothetically.
You know what I'm saying? Faithful man. God-fearing man. You know what I'm saying? Might have, there might be a case where, he's not all that well endowed.
So I heard.
Fifth floor. You got a politician, congressman. You know what I'm saying? Has a lot of power, a lot of influence. Not the nicest person.
Raymond.
Yes, not the nicest person in the
I
world.
think you try to keep it discreet right
Likes to wear pink suits and pose in his pictures on his email. You know what I mean?
now. Uh-oh. Shots
Can't carry
fired.
on. Can't carry on a good
Shots
conversation.
fired.
That's the 5th floor. Now on the 6th floor, the perfect man. The perfect man. He's, he serenades you. He showers you with gifts. He won the lottery. He's worth $32 million. Has
500
yachts,
billion.
has 7 houses all over the world. Treats you like gold. That's the 6th floor. And then she goes to the 7th floor. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's an empty floor.
Never satisfied.
They're not satisfied.
I agree with Justin, right? Justin,
Yes, sir.
that it's really hard to please a female.
Yeah.
It's very, very
They
hard.
can't please themselves.
So you should have multiple.
That's not true.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. Like I said, we're just speaking hypothetically.
Because, and the reason why is because they're always changing. What makes them happy today might not make them happy tomorrow. So it's like this is a constant understanding of how they move and trying to anticipate their every desire and try to fill that as much as you can. And it's almost impossible because you're not a mind reader, So that's where Justin is coming from. That's what I understand from where he's coming from. Like,
You got a lot of game there, young man.
it's hard to please them because they themselves don't even know what they want half the time.
Right.
Like they like, for example, like my wife, I would say to her, "I'm going to the store. Do you want something?" She said, "No, I'm good." I said, "I'm going to the store. Do you want something?" She's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm like, "Okay." I went to the store. I got myself a peanut butter biscuit, and as I opened it, I only got one. She ate all of it. So I said, "I asked you if you wanted something." You said no. She said, "I didn't know you were gonna get that."
Right, but I think
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like
I think you should at least anticipate that was going to happen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I now should have, because I was gonna buy one for her, but I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna go there. so I thought of doing it, but so it's same thing for restaurant. We go to the restaurant together. She ordered what she wanted. I order what I wanted.
Yo, he read my mind.
There's a big menu. You order what you wanted, and I order what I wanted. When my food, she finished my food, and her food is still in front of her. I'm like, wait a minute, you ordered salmon. I ordered shrimp. So that's where Justin is going from. It's like it's hard to really.
They're not
please these
satisfied.
women.
They're really not satisfied. They're really not satisfied.
You
Like,
can't relate, right, Mr. Calise?
No, I think it's easy to relate though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause in general, what I mean, as men, sometimes we never satisfied. The thing is that we try to learn each other, and like Jerry was saying, you should have anticipated that. And once we start learning somebody, we know their tendencies, so you're able to better suit them or deal with them or not be caught off guard, right? If that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't always get it right. It's hard to
Which
always
is
get
very
it right.
it's very hard to get it 100% right.
Yeah, I knew that when I was a kid. I knew every time I go to the store, my grandma gonna forget something. So I get home, she wanted rice. I just came from buying flour. She was like,
Yeah. Same concept. Look at that.
like yo. So over time, you start learning their propensity of those habits. You be like, okay, I know she gonna want that. So every time before I go out, I start reminding her, what about rice? What about flour?
Yes.
So, and I feel like we should always try to understand each other because empathy and compassion matters.
So basically, what you're telling us that we have to be basically built-in psychologists,
It helps.
right? That's what I mean. Like that's the kind of training that psychologists have to go work.
But Jerry, would you agree?
Like psychologists have to go work like at
Yeah.
Creedmoor or something like that. The mental institution in Queens. Yeah, like this is the kind of training that they have to go through. You have to anticipate, the psychosis of your patients.
Yeah, and it goes both ways.
You ask a question.
This is all hypothetical.
Would you like something to eat? Yes. What do you want? What are you gonna get?
Exactly.
No. What do you want? What are you gonna get?
Exactly.
What do you want?
What are you
You know,
gonna get?
so-
I don't know.
You always hear females say, he gets me. Like,
I've never heard that before.
Understand? Like some female might say, "He gets me."
I've never
She might
heard
say,
that before.
I'm with Mike because he gets me. He knows me. He knows who I am. Is it?
Difficult.
You know who that dude is, right? The dude that gets her is her best friend that she's never gonna give it to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's another topic.
because it ain't us.
right.
That's who gets her. Her best friend, her male best friend. That's never gonna get it. That's who gets her.
I hope they're not harboring any male best friends.
Huh?
I hope they're not harboring. Any
Yeah,
male best
Playboy. They got about. Yeah, remember they got about 6 or
It's not
7
like
male
that's
best
just an
friends.
element of his relationship.
They got about
that
6 or
accept.
7 best friends. Remember they got Mr. Food. They got Mr. Psychologist.
Is that how your mind think, man?
Huh?
So,
That's not how my mind thinks. That's just how society is.
so I heard a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once it goes like this. So in Europe, right? Who mentioned something about Europe?
I was talking about that the monogamy is
monogamy
actually a
came
European
from Europe,
social
right, right.
construct. Yes.
So in Europe, they would have a relationship like Angel.
Mhm.
They have a monogamous relationship,
Mhm.
and the extra females, they become prostitutes, right? In Africa now, instead of having the extra females become prostitute, you would engage in a polygamous relationship.
Yes.
You don't think that makes more sense?
Those only two options, sure.
I mean, it's only two options. It's only two options. I feel like there's more female than male.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always say statistically, there's more women than men in this earth. That's why I don't be scared to
Men
lose
die
a woman.
more. Men go to jail more.
Yeah. You're right. More. Yeah. That's actually. I didn't even think of that.
I think upbringing, like a person's upbringing, has a lot.
Are you not attracted to no other females?
If I'm not attracted to any other female.
Yeah. You don't have to answer though, because I do know that we are on.
I mean,
we're
not,
on
not,
the
not,
internet.
not sexually or not intimately. No,
No,
not even a little bit.
Justin.
Huh? I'm attracted to every female I come across.
Jerry.
Now, am I gonna act on my impulses? No.
Yeah?
What's the question?
Are you not attracted?
That's a great
to-
point, but that's
to
a
it?
great point though. He's not
To any
acting
other
on his
female.
impulses.
Oh no, I'm attracted to a lot of females who are sexy. I mean, it's just discipline that caused me to stay focused.
You're saying discipline. I understand being disciplined. I'm saying if you and your significant other agree, if you guys agree, would that be okay for you? Would that?
We could agree that I have someone else that I mess with.
I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying? But we're just not gonna establish a family. No, I want to come home to my wife and my wife alone.
So you still want the thrill?
Yeah, I just yeah. I'm saying if
I don't blame him for that. I don't feel. I actually agree with Jerry.
Because if you're gonna do that, from what I heard, you always wanna have one on the side be a different person, like a different personality.
Of course.
That's what makes it fun to what I heard. So if your wife is 40, you want someone who's 28.
Yeah, your side pieces, don't know.
There you
She
go.
really don't know that much. You know what I'm saying? You can still mold her brain, you know what I'm saying?
You know what
Waste
I'm
her time
saying?
for a few years and, set her free.
Your wife might be a lawyer, but the side chick, as they call it, is a bank teller.
Yeah.
It's always two different worlds, kind
Yeah,
of.
you
You always
saying?
want it to
I
be.
don't like that side chick thing. I don't like. I think. I don't like the idea of a side chick.
All right, so let's
I
not
feel
call them
like
side chicks. Let's just call them the joints. My joint.
That's even worse.
That's even worse?
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
No.
Nah. My friend.
What do you want to call him, Mike?
Huh?
What do you want to call him?
Family.
Family?
Please say family.
Nah, that sounds too incestuous to me. I can't. Nah, I want to call my side piece. Nah, yeah, side piece. Your side chick.
No, I mean, if you're gonna do that, I don't think it should only be pleasure. I mean, I think you're kind of hurting that individual emotionally. Like you're causing a lot of damage if it's only to just have sex and go back home to give your wife all the love, all the affection.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So
I
basically,
don't
what you're
like
telling
that.
me is that we're considering the side chick's feeling.
I would prefer the European method, which is
Monogamy.
go paying a prostitute for it if that's all you want, the thrill.
Yeah, but there's not a thrill in that. It's
Here you
it's,
go. Then
it's
we're
transactional.
We're agreeing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's not a thrill in that. That's transactional.
You
when
think
do
it's
it that
hard
way.
to love? It's hard to love two people at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
very
it is hard to love two people at the same
100%.
time.
Which
Yeah,
is
definitely.
why I can't have them live in the same house. You know, because you're never gonna love both of them the same. Like,
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, not even your kids, you don't love both of them. If it's
Well,
more
I mean,
than
that's
one.
that's a different kind of love. Those are your children.
Measure that though.
Huh?
I'm not sure we're able to measure that.
no, we can't measure that.
Yeah, that's a different
it's
kind of
two
love. Those are
different
your
type of
children.
love.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not necessarily
definitely.
you love one better.
You know that story in the Bible that says there's this one child, the prodigal son. Yeah,
No, you mean the Joseph, and he gives him Joseph and his brothers, or no?
I think it's a prodigal son. Where the dad would ask both son to do something, and one would say, "I'm not doing it," and the other would say, "Okay, Dad, I'm gonna do it," but he doesn't do it. But you are the one who responded by saying you're not gonna do it. You do it, right? And he has more love for the one who says, "I'm gonna do it." That right. So you never love your kids equal.
I have a
don't care
question
what-
for you.
Yeah.
Mike. I have a question for you. So, in your world, in your hypothetical, right? If you have those two females living with,
Mhm,
let's say Mary and Becky, whatever,
mhm.
you're not gonna look outside again at all. You're not gonna be attracted by anyone in the street. You're not gonna try to want to get with someone else in the street. You're saying that's gonna ground you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would be pleased.
Not even on vacation in Ibiza.
No, I'd be pleased.
Okay.
I would be pleased.
So you would not entertain no one on the street at all.
No, I would be pleased.
Okay. All right.
Cause there would be no reason to go out there.
Okay.
What would be the reason?
When the both of them start equally getting on your nerves, like really working your nerves.
Listen, bro, I would never want to live in a house with two wives.
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Because as a man, you got to remember, as a man, we're natural providers. We're their safe space. That's basically double the work. You know what I mean?
First of all, you got two of them looking at you to be the man. Then your kids.
Yeah,
That's a lot of pressure.
that's a lot, man.
A lot of pressure.
That's a lot.
You have to
Like
be
we
the
really
man
think all
for
jokes
it.
aside, that's a lot. Yeah.
I'll keep it the way it is right now.
Yeah, no, my God. To be honest, I agree. You got your wife at home. That's your stability. That's your foundation.
Peace of mind. You can't
And then
put-
you got your thrills.
what thrills?
You got your thrills. You got
I
your
don't
thrills.
think I don't think a lot of females understand men, and that's one big thing in our community that I think that
We gotta remember they're not taught to understand us. They're not even taught how to treat us. They just taught what to expect from us. They're not taught how to treat us. They're not taught to understand us.
because when a young lady or a female or whatever, when a woman would leave her man because he cheats, it says you don't understand the assignment.
What's the assignment?
I believe that if, like in your case, or any one of us, you have your wife and you're taking care of business, you make a mistake and you cheat.
Right.
I think it's for her to reel you in and counsel you and talk about it and not leave. It's the worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah, I don't feel like you should leave a relationship because
Because when you leave, where you gonna go?
infidelity.
So the next guy is not gonna do it again, and you keep leaving. You have 10 guys in the space of 1 month. So if you leave a guy because he cheats, it means you don't understand the anatomy of men. Like it's time now for you to talk about it and see what you can do to really.
Cause you gotta,
Because that's what it is. If you get up and just leave, where are you gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen now? Like, where you gonna go?
Granted, they won't be repetitive with it like that.
no. So I agree with Jerry.
It's
right?
probably worse.
Yeah, but then on the flip side of that, okay, she doesn't leave you and she stays with you. It's not in the back of your head she's gonna get a lick back.
No. So check this out. You see, men prove their fidelity different from how women prove their fidelity,
Yeah,
right?
of
So
course.
like man fidelity would be like, I'll take a bullet for you. I'll go to jail for you, right? I'll do
Yeah.
anything for you.
Yeah.
Women prove their fidelity by saying, okay, I will not have sex with anyone else but you.
Yeah, because that means that another she
You
let,
see
she
the
let another man
difference?
conquer her. Yeah.
So I don't see the reason. I don't think it's a reason to leave your relationship because the man cheat. Yeah, that's
It
not a,
depends on the circumstances, though.
And yes, it actually depends on a couple of different things. There's some more things I could mention, but I'm just talking about like a 1-off or 2-off, or you don't want to ever leave.
A 1 off, 2 off, 37 off.
but you don't need to do 1 and 2 off if you guys can agree.
That's
Like, there's such a thing, Have you ever heard of like swingers couple?
Yeah.
Mike.
Right?
Mike, I want to remind you.
Do you know that?
Mike, I want to remind you something, right? When I was growing up, right, some of the best sex I had in my life were the ones that I felt like I had to hide.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to. That's
You're
the
not
most
supposed
exciting. Yeah, you ain't supposed to do that. It's
You know what I'm
naughty.
saying? So Mike is trying to formalize this thing. You're trying to take the fun out of it, man, from what I heard.
No, I think it would be. I think it would be a lot more fun.
There you go, Justin. What I
I
heard.
think it would be a lot more fun if you didn't have to hide it. I think it would be a lot more fun if you didn't have to hide it.
From what I heard, no.
And it would be a lot easier.
Well, no, it would be it would be a lot. It would be a lot less stressful if we didn't have to hide it. But
See, if
the
it's not-
the excitement is gone.
What would be gone?
What do you mean?
So what you're getting from?
Now that box don't feel so hot. Like as we were sneaking around.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Because first of all, it gets so familiar. Because you live in a house. It
Yeah,
gets familiar.
It gets monotonous.
So
It's
from
mundane.
what I heard,
When you speak of house, what?
because you live in the same house, right? You
Yeah,
live in the
yeah.
same house.
No, because you said box and you said house, box.
No,
Wait,
you're just talking about something
referring
else.
to.
You're talking
Oh
about
no,
something
because I was talking about as far as like I was saying, it's less stress on you.
He be
But I don't necessarily
metaphoric about it,
I don't necessarily feel that it's more fun.
though. He's talking
Because
metaphor, though.
it's not
He's
as-
actually talking about.
Yeah, like like it's that because it's something that we're not supposed to be doing. It's it's forbidden fruit.
No, it's I don't.
You're
know.
making a forbidden fruit,
When you say you're
acceptable.
not supposed to be doing it, who said you're not supposed to be doing it though?
What you mean?
If you can agree, why are you not supposed to be doing it?
All right, so let me ask a question.
Yeah.
So what if your wife agrees, but she stays where she stays? Would you do that?
But she says what she says.
Like, where she
I mean, if we agree on that, we agree on that. But
well, you prefer her to be in the same house?
I would prefer for everyone to be in the same place. I would prefer. I mean, as I
Really?
said, it's more than just sex.
yeah.
Someone got to wash the clothes. Someone got to cook the meal. Somebody got to do something.
Just get a
Not
maid,
just
Mike.
sex.
So you're looking more so as a communal
Just get
thing.
a maid.
Just get a maid.
Yeah, just get a maid.
Get a mate.
That's all you need, man.
Maid.
Just get a maid. Because
No,
I'm all for a
I'm-
maid.
So,
I'm all to have a maid, even maids. but
She
no,
is
but
just amazing. And she
yeah, you could just have a maid.
excellently meet the
No,
requirements.
I'm not saying you need someone just to help with it.
I'll tell my
Just
wife,
to
don't
work.
get no hot maid though. You better
So-
get some maid that's like 84 years old or something.
So if
Otherwise she getting
if you
broke up.
desire another woman, right?
Mhm.
If you desire another woman,
All
right?
men desire, even my friend here who thinks he doesn't.
No,
He thinks he
Angel,
doesn't.
Angel is not that.
He's
type of guy.
disciplined, but
Prime Minister Khalees.
no, trust me, he does. It's just
Trying to
that
smear the campaign.
no, he does, but I recommend that you don't
That's
agree with
That's
me.
an overgeneralization.
Don't agree with me, but you do
I
actually.
like how you curated that. He said,
No, don't agree with me, but you know, all men have this intrinsic desire to.
I think like Justin was saying earlier, whatever impulses we have, whatever feeling we have, the main thing is that we don't act on it.
Yeah, because then you overstimulate yourself. You lose feeling. It's a whole bunch of other things.
Because a lot of times, we as men, we have our women at home and we're not pleasing them sexually. They just stay.
But you want to go out there and get another one.
They just be humble about
That's
it.
so
They-
selfish,
you know,
though. You know?
What you mean?
You know?
I mean, yeah, nah. You at home. You're disappointing her. You go get another one. You're
From what
disappointing
I
her. It's all
heard,
right.
It's
Just
waste of
just-
time, right? But if they're close, you're able to
But it comes down to
pay
integrity, though.
closer.
Yeah,
Like
no, it
integrity,
does.
like we want to be solid individuals. We don't want to be fragmented. You don't want to be one way around this person.
Next person, right.
Person.
But then also you're also playing with, like, when you really think of it, like, it's hard. Like for me, I'm thinking, like, seriously speaking, I really can't do that because you're somewhat, say for instance, if you have two women in the house or whatever, you're somewhat suppressing my carnal nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you're almost turning me into a house cat. You know what I mean? Because like it's okay for me to hit both. You know, it's
You wanna
okay for
be
me
a
to deal
tiger.
with both these women. Yeah, exactly. Yo soy un tigre loco. I'm not a house cat. You know what I'm saying? Hear me roar, not meow. Nah.
That's a good point, man. That's actually a very
Yeah,
good
you know
point.
what I'm saying? Like you're suppressing. We're men. Like we're really like we're men. You know, like you can't. That's almost like domesticating us.
Emasculating us more.
Nah, it's not some more masculine. I would
That's
say
what
domestic
close
because like obviously we're still the man. It's men to women, so we're still masculine. We're still within our masculine frame. But what it is, it's almost like your testosterone levels will go down.
I want to add this though that it's important that we really. I am all for family.
Yeah,
I'm all for family. So
That right there. I'm
Definitely.
I'm
Definitely.
all for family and keeping that cohesion, that togetherness.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Instead of being all over the place, why not just be a family?
Yeah, but just one woman. No, we're not a family with two. A
No,
family is a
listen,
woman
listen.
and your kids.
I'm not telling you not to be
'Cause
monogamous.
Family
Yeah.
is an
But I'm
intimate
saying, right?
thing.
Mhm.
Once you get outside of that realm, you start inviting other elements. Anything that's mixed loses its flavor. So you don't want to start inviting all type of
You never eat jerk chicken and oxtail before, right?
case in point. It takes away from the oxtail.
What?
Wow.
Oxtail.
Yeah, that's an excellent that is an excellent analogy.
I wanna add something that you're gonna disagree with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know that men and women weren't created to be together forever.
We are.
We weren't.
No, we aren't. Yeah.
People were made to make up and break up. You could do it with the same person. Yeah.
Why you say that?
Yeah, we weren't designed
Interesting.
to
Those are growing pains. He's right.
like you weren't designed to say, okay, find a woman and
You
then,
agree?
and then
Yeah.
and then you never ever break up. You just stay
Okay.
together.
You don't evolve.
We,
So
we,
there's
we
no
were
such-
made to make up and break up. As a matter of fact, let me do this right now. Is your mom and dad still together right now?
No.
You?
No.
You? Mines are not. Case in point. Why are they not? If you walk in the street now and ask 50 people, their parents are not together anymore. Why?
What's crazy, my dad's
why?
been married to my stepmother longer than he was married to my mom's.
Like they say, okay, I was married for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, but we break up. But why? Like, why? What happened?
They grow apart, anything, an array of
We
things.
we're made to make up and break up. You could do it with the same person.
That's pretty
Able to
good.
Accept that would be great.
Say it
You're
again?
right. You can do it with the
If
same
we were
person,
able
though.
to accept that, it would be
Yeah.
great.
You could do it with the same person if you want to be together forever, but
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's gonna be tumultuous.
which
Life is not
which is
perfect.
why I say that during rough times in relationships, people always run, but you could fight and break up and make up.
They take breaks from each other.
Take
And
breaks.
it actually strengthen the relationship
100%.
after that.
Yeah. I actually, it's funny. This one gentleman I used to work with in Connecticut, him and his wife been together like 35 years. And they had a breakup to where they took a break from each other for like 2 or 3 years. She went and got another boyfriend. He went and got another girlfriend. Obviously, it didn't work out, and they're back together. And to be honest, from what he said, they're actually stronger than ever. And mind you, I think now, it's been like 35 years they've been together. Because you got to remember, especially that's when people marry young. You know what I'm saying? When you marry young, you grow apart because you're growing up. You're not necessarily on the same. You're not necessarily on the. You don't have the same state of mind. New ideas. You get new friends. You get new ideas. You get new influences, new introspectives, things like that.
One more thing I'll drop.
Yeah.
And I'll just, So in relationships, right? Couples should focus on enjoying every day, day by day.
Yeah.
Like just day by day. How can we have the most fun today? And then tomorrow you have the same mindset.
Right.
That's kind of deep, but
Right.
No, you're absolutely
just
right.
create
You hit the nail on.
adventure and fun every day.
Right.
Like it's a new day.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just a-
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's,
That's what I'm saying. So I mean,
it's dynamic stuff.
yeah.
I like that's a real perspective, and it keeps the relationship spicy.
Yeah. Keeps it exciting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys. Jerry, thank you for coming through, man. I've been waiting for this forever. Mr. Khalees, the same thing. Felt
Prime
like
Minister
you-
Khalees.
No doubt. Thank you.
Justin is gonna be a regular of the show.
I love this
now.
place.
Yeah.
I like it too. I like the vibe.
I love this place. Get me a cot.
You guys could come up with like different topics and we discuss.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
yeah.
No, but let's see, like I said, once again, that was a very
It was fun having you guys.
But that was a very articulate conversation. This wasn't, like I said, once again, like even the conversation I had with, on the Mike and Mike show the other day. This was a very articulate conversation. These are grown men speaking. We're not out of our emotions. We're not arguing.
And we're not being judgmental.
We're not
about
being
it.
judgmental.
So,
I think it's awesome. It's great energy.
So this garage, right?
fact.
Yes, this is the garage.
Make sure this is recording, Mike Porter. What I'm saying right now. In less than a year, this is gonna be one of the most popular podcasts in the Bronx.
Nice.
It's gonna go viral, Mike.
I can see
You're
that.
manifesting
I can
that.
see
I'm telling you right
You're
now.
putting that in the air. I like that.
You're gonna have people crazy outside want to know where and how to be a part of the show.
That's a sign, right, Mike?
So never ever stop this. Never.
Right. Thanks.
Remember when I say that?
And we need our own platform.
No, and what's good is that they have. Yeah, it's funny you said that. 'Cause that's what we were talking about the other day. Because this is a great platform, and on top of that, they're doing it correctly. You know what I mean? They're not. They just didn't just It's not on some shoestrings. Like they're correct. They have the lighting. They have the proper lighting, proper cameras. Proper EQ settings. The mix downs, the know-how,
The ambience,
good,
the atmosphere.
good subject matter.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that. Look, even that, the whole ambiance. In fact, we got juice.
Free juice.
We get free juice.
That's a high value guy.
This is a high for high value men, high value podcast.
Show.
Any closing message? Any closing statement?
Thank you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you guys.
Yes. Once again, ladies that are watching, this is all hypothetical. Okay, don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
This is all hypothetical. Except for what I say, I really am not toxic. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. I'm tough. My woman already knows I'm a jackass, so I'm good.
Yeah. So shout out to Mr. Raymond Roberts.
Yes, shout out. Shout out! Look.
Yeah, guys.
I don't care. My last day is Wednesday at work.
Mike, I feel like you setting me up to be struck down, man. Whoa.
Boy, Angel is already on a 14.
Yeah. I'm like, yo.
I'm still at
Hello,
ver-
Tommy.
a verbal warning. You know,
I.
I'm say next would be the high and I.
Yes,
Yeah, big up, Raymond Roberts. You know, as our boss. Guys, thank you for tuning in to a next episode of the Garage Podcast. Shout out to Michael Porter, our executive producer.
Yes.
Odian Salmon, Girls Sugar. Big up Leakless Boss, Jabbar, Dimitri, Tony, Bully. Everyone who's not here.
Bully!
Nish. Big up yourself, Nish. Angel, thank you for coming through, man.
Prime Minister Khalees.
I hope
thank
this is
you.
going to be a regular, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and Prime Minister Khalees are starting a crime syndicate in Belize. We're calling ourselves a Blue Hole Mafia.
Justin.
Respectfully named after the Blue Hole Lake, one of the deepest cavernous lakes in the world. And most likely we call ourselves Blue Hole Mafia because if you don't do what we say, they're going to find you in the Blue
I'm a
Hole.
little bothered. I kind of like how you pitched that just now.
Yes, people. So thank you again. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.